New at 6, Governor Northam leaves office in a few weeks, confident the Commonwealth is on solid footing, a diverse and inclusive state where businesses want to come and set up shop. Northam will return to his medical practice, a changed man, his time in Richmond revealing blind spots in his understanding of race and racism. Recently, I sat down with the governor to talk about the journey.
Well, I'm a better person, and hopefully Virginia's a better Commonwealth.
Growing up on a small farm on the Eastern Shore and a product of public schools, Ralph Northam told me he didn't dare dream of someday being governor, something he now calls a tremendous privilege.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. There have been good days and some very challenging days, but I've learned a lot.
The VMI grad's first call to serve his country came as an Army medic.
I've always been one, David, to want to help people. I served in the Army, as you know, for 8 years.
The Honorable Ralph S. Northam.
In 2017, the affable Northam, with a gift for persuasion, became the Commonwealth's 73rd governor.
I will support the Constitution of...
Just over a year into his term, the man who brought an easy bedside manner to politics would find himself in a fight for his political life. A picture surfaced from his med school yearbook showing a man in blackface standing next to someone in a Klan costume. The governor quickly apologizing for appearing in the racist photo.
Yeah, that was a very difficult time for Virginia, and I regret Virginia having to go through that.
A day later, Northam would reverse course, saying it was not him in the picture, but revealing in a very painful and public way that he had much yet to learn about race and racism.
In which I darkened my face as part of a Michael Jackson costume.
While some of the governor's strongest supporters called on him to resign, Northam says he dedicated himself to something bigger, working to learn from his mistake.
I've been on a lot of listening tours. I've done a lot of reading. I've learned a lot. I like to tell people the more I know, the more I can do.
What would follow was a series of the most progressive legislative accomplishments in the history of the Commonwealth, ending the death penalty, legalizing marijuana, restoring voting rights to felons, taking down Confederate monuments. It was a sight Northam says he will never forget.
I was right out on Monument Avenue when Robert E. Lee came down, and it was a powerful moment, and especially to see a contractor that's an African American who was part of taking that down. I think it was a powerful message.
Northam told me it was the hate at Charlottesville and the knee on George Floyd's neck that convinced him the time had come to build a more inclusive Virginia, and not his personal reckoning with race. Northam called Amazon selecting Northern Virginia for its second headquarters his biggest get, and the Commonwealth being named the best state for business several years running his proudest moment. Close behind, delivering for Hampton Roads the massive widening of the HRBT. As for his legacy, it's a humble request.
Just being able to help people, that's what gets me up in the morning, to try to help individuals. And I've been looking over 8.5 million Virginians for the last 4 years, and I think Virginia is in a better place. And when we turn over the keys on January the 15th,
a man from the Eastern Shore who dared to dream big, grateful Virginians stuck with him, now eager to share something of his journey with the next generation.
We're all human. We're going to make mistakes, and don't be afraid of that. But when you make a mistake, learn from it, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try to do better the next day.
I also asked Governor Northam about the future of the Democratic Party in Virginia and what role he might have in it. Look for that story right here tomorrow at 6.